Greetings, hello and welcome to a brand new Project Zomboid series. As you might see already from the title, this is going to be a so-called zero-to-hero run. What does that mean? Well, it means our character will start with 0 fitness and 0 strength, and hopefully survive long enough to become a hero. So there's two ways to look at zero to hero. The most common one is 0 fitness, 0 strength. There's also at least one crazy person out there who says 0 means 0 in everything, all other crafting skills, weapon skills, 0, no XP multipliers whatsoever, but you know, I'm not crazy enough for that. Anyway, for that run, we're going to a very vanilla setup here. These are the only mods that I have active. Authentic Sea Light. So we don't have the backpack upgrades, it's really just cosmetics on the zombies. The weapon condition indicator, so I kinda know when my weapon breaks, and Filibuster Rhymes used cars with some additional skins, but without any additional modifications. So no armoring up of cars whatsoever. And Filibuster Rhymes cars are really, from their performance, very much on par with what you find in the vanilla game. You have a little bit more, you know, transportation options, a little bit more volume, but nothing stupidly broken, overpowered or something. Alright, on the sandbox front, we're gonna go with a custom sandbox. I'm gonna start in West Point, and I have a 0 to hero setting prepared here, which is basically just Apocalypse with zombie options changed to 3 times triple starting population and then a 2 times peak, so we'll end up with 6 times of the basic zombie population and no respawn, spawn, no migration. So it's gonna be a little bit more, shall we say it, populated. Alright, I also have my preset here for the 0 to hero character. So we gotta take unfit and weak, -5 strength, -4 fitness, and to get to 0 fitness you also need to then either take underweight or overweight to get another penalty on the fitness front. And then the usual kind of perks that I think do not affect us too much, something like prone to illness, weak stomach, conspicuous, yada yada yada. The usual stuff. I did not take smoker because we're not going to be easily going to any gas stations and convenience stores and looting cigarettes or killing a ton of zombies. So this run might be very different from my previous runs, because we might be avoiding zombies for a very long time until we feel strong enough to take them on. All these negatives give us a bunch of points to pick up a bunch of positive perks that are all here. Organized, keen hearing, hiker, giving us foraging and trapping, fast learner, brawler for some more weapon XP, standard gymnast for nimble. Oh, we are playing a construction worker, so starting with 3 in short blunts, 1 in carpentry. Short blunt being the most common weapon type, so I hope that we find something there quickly. I even picked up Lucky, even though I think it's not great, but we had points to spare, right? What else are you gonna take? Brave, Angler, Wakeful, Outdoorsman, Dexterous, and Cat's Eyes. I was kind of, you know, since we're gonna probably do a little bit of foraging, wondering if I take Herbalist, but it feels so bad spending 6 points for something that you can just read from a magazine. We just have to find the magazine. But yeah, that's the setup. Gonna click random 3 times. Hannah Clay. Alright, Hannah, let's hope that you find yourself in a good spot. Alright, so 0 strength, 0 fitness. So we're not going to be great at fighting, even with the free short blunt skill that we have as construction worker. We're also not going to be, if we're fighting, we're not going to be fighting for long, because 0 fitness is not going to last very long. We're also not going to be running around much. it's gonna be walking, a lot of walking. Those familiar with the game might be wondering, why in the world would you start in West Point? That is the most populated of the 4 starting towns. Are you crazy? First of all, those are 2 different questions, right? Alright. This looks like a completely terrible starting house for West Point. Okay, what I'm gonna do a little bit in this run is utilize the fact that you can pause and then look through the containers around you. Is this? Oh, the sausage is dangerous uncooked. Okay. I'm gonna queue up looting all of that. And I guess you're my temporary weapon. Then I'm gonna fill the bowl because we need some sort of water container. An M16 magazine and 5.56 in your starting place. I'm gonna pick up the poncho. Ooh, definitely gonna pick up the needle, although that already puts us above our weight limit. You know what? It's warm outside, right? We don't need a denim shirt. It's summer, it's July. Oh boy, okay. Nah, I think I need to, like, electrical one is a really good find. Okay, where in the world are we in West Point? I think gun stores in this direction. Not that we are going to the gun store. It's crazy, there's zombies out there. Alright, let's eat some of that food right away here. Lemon is negative thirst. You'd think, you know, it kinda would increase your thirst. So I did a little test run of this, so I'm not going completely unprepared into this little adventure. I actually did 2 test runs. So the reason why I'm starting in West Point, coming back to that question, is west of West Point is a really nice collection of houses, far away from the city, far away from pretty much any zombie spawns whatsoever. And we just have to walk there, and then we can do some training there, chill out, get our strength and fitness up, and then once we're feeling strong enough, come back to the town. Now, what would be kinda nice, so in my first test run I just walked there, it worked fine. Second test run I'm like, yeah, but wouldn't it be even better if we had a car to drive there instead of walking there? And it was a little bit more complicated, but at the end of the day I managed to get a car. And yes, it was better. I'm looking at this one here, and it looks like really good condition, so I'm kind of trying to herd up some zombies here, get them away from the car so I can see if I can get inside, check if there's a key inside, and if it has gas. And I'm gonna drink that milk. It's gonna make sure my water bowl lasts a little bit longer. Okay, no, it's too close to the car. Alright, get everybody. And just keep in mind, this is only the starting population of 3 times what's normally in West Point. Our max pop is twice that. Alright. Now, was all of that for nothing? Yeah, there's no key in here. And we don't have a key. And I can't hotwire. Alright, that was all for nothing. Okay. Cool. Let's just, It's good practice, right? Herding zombies. I think if you're new to the game, it's one of the first things you should train if you wanna train. Like, confidently walking between zombies with the occasional 1 second quick dash. Not even dash. Quick jog. In case it gets too dicey. That also looks very tempting over there. That guy is a little bit too close for my... Well... Not just that guy. Those 20 guys. So what I did in my test run was actually go to a big parking lot where there are a lot of cars to test, and not trying this in this residential area here. I feel like I want to take my chances here. Although we're kinda throwing away a little bit of our endurance with that running. That zero fitness endurance. Come on, be a lucky girl. No. Could smash in the window. Nah, it's like the chance they're not open to not have the key inside then. I'm not even sure if they can have the key inside if they're locked. Because, you know, that would be very unlucky on the owner to have the key in the car while having the car locked. Like, how would the actual owner get inside, eh? Sneaking in a quick rest there. Alright, so, but since all of that failed, kinda, I'm gonna head out to the parking lot of the Gigamart, which I actually thought our starting house was way closer to, so I kinda misjudged where exactly in the town I was starting, yeah? So yeah, one of the ways I plan to do this series is also that we're gonna have a little bit less of 100% of every daily activity will be in episodes, especially if it works out at the start. If we make it to those to that compound I was mentioning, and there's gonna be a lot of days of just me reading the few books that we have, doing fishing, foraging, and just surviving out in the wilds and doing exercise. So not a lot of zombie fighting, not a lot of looting. just training up a little bit. Cause yeah, it's kind of looking bad. All right. You know, that always, when I see the lights here, I'm always like, oh, is that a police car with its the emergency lights on? But it's really just a pharmacy sign. Well, that's helpful. Could check out those forecasts, but I feel like I'm just gonna immediately head over to the bigger parking lots down here. Would really help if I spotted any keys on the ground, but not seeing anything. Is that a zombie with a duffel bag on the ground here? Holy crap. It's the cursed dark duffel bag that you don't actually see here. Well, you know what? I take a dark duffel bag over no duffel bag. Ah, we got a little bit of an audience here. Car selection in this parking lot leaves something to be desired. Maybe this is good. Alright. It's time to get most of the zombies that are following us now away from the parking lot. And that's why we go on here behind the building. I kinda wanted to cut through this corner there. Right. Let's see. No key, no gas. This one looks bad. Alright. Key, but no gas. Okay, we can work with that. That's why I have the gas can. Alright, so we have a car with a key. That's a big one. And so that huge group. It's probably waiting for me around this corner, isn't it? think we're gonna take these guys behind the spiffers and see if we can siphon any gas from any of those cars. Now, there could be keys on those cars, but I don't want to test my luck. That black pickup will do. This one has gas, okay. Much easier if one of those had gas though, like this one, maybe? No? You? Also not. Okay. Right, so I need to free up some room around this car. So if everybody could just follow me. That is not what I wanted. That is also not what I wanted. Okay, we're out of water now. My bowl of water from the start is empty. That has to be good enough. I would not go into this before at this point. Question is there gonna be any zombies that got stuck on our future car there? Or can I just... yeah, there's a few guys over there, so we need to get rid of those guys. Yeah, it's kinda mean that they're this close to the black pickup, like... excuse me, gentlemen? Could you please step away from that vehicle? Come on. I don't need to bring them super far. Like, I need a few seconds to put the gas in. Did that zombie just try to bite me? No manners. Alright. So, I'm using up probably the last of my endurance here, but that's fine. We're not going to be running anymore, we're going to be driving in a second. Just has to start. Okay. We're out. I have no idea what the condition of this thing is. 3 attempts to start. That's not a good sign already. It does look halfway decent, but I obviously want to avoid hitting any zombies if I can, at least with the hood. If I side scrape a few here or there. Oh, there's a survivor house there. Yeah, I feel like that might have been a front hit, not a side scrape. That was fine. Didn't even touch that guy. Probably like one of those insurance scam dudes who runs into driving cars and then says, "Oh, they hit me. My hip's broken." Zombie insurance scam, more common than you think. So we have a griddle pan. And a book. And a needle. That was our loot from our starting house. But we also have, you know, we have a working car with a key. And we have a gas can. And we have constant combat music. Zombie kills so far, 0. Oh. There's note to self. There's a survivor group there. Large backpack. So this area we're coming into, and also technically where we're driving into, has virtually 0 zombie spawns. Like the zombie heat map is empty. Now, that always also means, or it still means, there could be zombies that are spawned based on events. House events or road events. Like that survivor group there is a road event, so that kind of then breaks the 0 zombie rule. These houses, I've had situations where there was like no zombie inside. I've had situations where there are 10 zombies inside. Like it could spawn as one of those party houses. Not doing the clearing around the house thing. I'm gonna straight for the sink. Soup, yes. One of stew. Put that in me. Yeah, peanut butter. We're underweight, right? We need to get some weight. Alright, there was a needle here the whole time. Didn't even need to bring that one. Alright, that is definitely better than a griddle pen, so is that. So, now we didn't get any wristwatches. I'm almost wondering if I want to, like, no, I'm not hearing any zombies. I'm not hearing any door knocking. Let's check the other two houses first. If there's no zombies inside, I mean, great, we're terrible at fighting zombies right now. But then also we don't have any watch, which would make the early game a little bit more annoying. Because even though I usually say don't worry too much about the TV shows, we're gonna watch the TV shows. I want to get that double up arrow. Yeah, got some ice cream, nice. Ah. We have somebody inside here. Don't see any door moving. Okay. Do you have a watch? Okay, secret. Okay, it's good enough. Also gonna for potential future tailoring, remove all the clothes. Alright, so we have already 8 in the evening. So I don't, even if I tune into Live and Living now, I don't think it's gonna start playing the show. Normally it's something you can actually do. Like if you tune into Live and Living, even if it's not 6 or 12 or whatever, it might play the last show. The one thing I really hope that we find is a saw. Anything else, any other tools we can live without, but a saw is kind of necessary. So we can saw up, chop down trees, right, and use planks and stuff. I mean, kinda also need nails, but hey. The house alarm is always a good start here. There's definitely somebody home. Wishing too. Right, just eating all that fresh stuff. I feel like this might have been it. Like one zombie in each house. There's a saw and a proper hammer also. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, well, we are for the two good start here. Now, we don't have an axe, but an axe you can make yourself from... you need to find some chipped stones out in the wilderness. And then basically just some tree branches. I think you need some ripped sheets, which we get from the zombie clothing. And then you can craft yourself an axe. Now, stone axes, as they are then really terrible and break very quickly if you don't have high maintenance. So chopping down trees with those is gonna be a big pain, but hey, we're playing a zero to hero run. Big pain is kind of the subtitle of the whole series, I guess. So yeah, I think let's have a final look. I kind of ran out of that house very quickly there. Have a look at that stuff we haven't looked at yet. One. Okay. There's any level 1 skill books, and you can see I have a duffel bag, a few books in there, and I'm already over encumbered because hey, 0 strength, 6 carrying capacity. Entry 2, that's gonna be good. So I'm not gonna loot everything. Like over time, we're obviously consolidating everything into whatever house we use as base, and it's probably gonna be the one with the big fencing around it. And for now, I'm just gonna take the stuff I'm gonna need in the first few days. That is really nice, the commercial one. Second saw. Ah, you got a lot of instruments. That's the second violin I found here. But just, I'm the wrong person for that. I'm totally against violins. Sometimes these big wardrobes can have a good backpack. Got another hammer there. A potential weapon. What is this? Headed pants. Okay. So prepared for the winter. That's always very important. I don't think on these, I can't set an alarm. Yeah, so getting the TV shows is gonna be, well, at least in the morning. It's gonna be difficult, but it's the cooking show in the morning. Cooking is not an important skill. Yeah, we got a nice fenced-in house. Can over time extend the fence to the water line, so we now have a nice secure fishing spot. Got some woods here. And I didn't leave through the door, so the door is still closed. So that this is actually open. Cool. I did yell, so I'm kind of somewhat certain that there are no zombies in here, but I'm still, you know, going into combat stance before opening any door, being prepared for any zombie to suddenly show up. Never drop your guard. Too many stealthy zombies suddenly attacking me. And not amazing loot in these houses here. So it would have been really nice if one of those three spawned as a survivor house, but yeah. That's never gonna happen. Let's get the corpse out of my bedroom. Let's say that as a successful first day in a Zero to Hero run. We made it all the way out here. So where did we start? Was it this? I think it was this house, right? Yeah. No, over here. One of these houses? I don't even know. No, I think it was this house, yeah, and then we went down here through the big residential houses area. Wiggled our way around. I don't even remember where exactly we went. And ultimately found a car here on the Gigamart parking lot. Gas here. And drove all the way out of town up to the three houses by the lake. And that's probably gonna be our place where we're spending most of our days. I want to say for the first 2 weeks. So my plan for the next few days is start reading some of the books, watch the TV shows, the live and living TV shows at least at 12 and at 1800. So most importantly tomorrow, like I kind of said that we missed the evening show today because the first 2 days are fishing shows, and if we can get fishing XP, that certainly helps keeping ourselves fed. Now, if we're just staying here at base, there's going to be two problems over time. First problem is electricity. Right, we don't have a generator here, we don't have a generator magazine. So once the power is out, we no longer have power, we no longer have refrigeration, so we can only live basically from the hand to the mouth. And that works fine in summer, but as soon as winter hits, you're going to run into some issues. The other thing is going to be once the water goes out. But we do have bodies of water here. I didn't check. I think I saw a saucepan. I'm not sure if we actually have a cooking pot. So that's going to be a little bit of an issue if we don't have that. So, yeah, I'm going to focus on fishing and reading carpentry books, doing daily exercises to train strength and fitness, and consolidating the loot from the free houses. Right? Get all the food into our kitchen, get all the tools into the garage, etc. Just so that we know what we have. And at some point, we might head out somewhere over here, where we had the survivor group. Get that backpack. And there are some farmhouses down this area, which we might be able to explore. We also don't have a lot of fuel, right? We're running on fumes already, so probably the first few excavations are going to be on foot. Excavations, excursions, whatever. The trips out of town. But yeah, we'll see how quickly we can stop being a zero and making our way to becoming a hero. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.